Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and I'm excited to give you some updates about the Creative Soul Journal course. And I have created an outline of an example of what the curriculum looks like for this course. I couldn't fit everything on here because I just had to make sure it could fit onto this A4 size sheet of paper, but yeah, this is just like a sampling of what's included in the course. So far there are 8 sections because we officially begin March 3rd and it goes for 10 months, but it's a super slow paced course, self-paced course where I'll release different sections throughout the year, and you might want to like play around, jump ahead to this section and then go to this section and then go to this one and keep, going back and forth between the different sections. So it's not like you have to follow it like go do this one, now do this one, now do this. It's I'll put up the material and you play around with whatever is filling your soul up at the time, and you can mix and match the different sections. And that's what I'll be doing. Like, yes, I will, as the teacher of this course, put up the lessons in an order, but I myself doing the lessons will kind of take a bit from here, take a bit from there, and just, let this all become part of my year in a really beautiful, deep way where I am working on my soul this year. And basically what we're doing is altering a Frankie magazine into a soul journal, which will document our soul journey. And there will be some soul prompts mixed with creative free play to help you tap into your own creative process and learn to trust it, and to find your own words and to find your own meaning in what you create as we spend time in reflection, sitting with our soul, nurturing our soul, and letting our soul come alive. So there are 19 places in this course because I have 20 Frankie magazines, and I'm keeping one, and then I can send 19 to all the different course participants. 6 people have already signed up as early birds, and they can get a little bit of a head start, but we officially begin March 3rd. But if you want to take advantage of the early bird price, that stands for February. So there's one more week of the early bird price come March 1st. Then it goes to full price. For all information, check the description box below. And if you would like to sign up as an early bird or reserve your place, just email me. If you want more information, just email me as well. But first, check the description box below. And yeah, I just wanted to share some new things that I'll be adding to this course and a little sampling of the curriculum. One thing that I'm adding, first of all, besides the Intentional Life course workbook, which is a bonus included for free with this course, and the Find Your Word workshop, which is me sharing my process to help you find your word, which we will document in our journals. I'm also including a one-on-one call, Zoom call, my first time offering a one-on-one call, sort of like a mentoring session where you can ask me any questions or I can ask you questions. It can be creativity based or just life based or just soul journey based. And then along with the one-on-one session that you can schedule anytime throughout the year, there are also going to be Zoom calls throughout each month, and it was only going to be 1 per month, but I'm going to up that to 3 per month for the same price. So 3 per month, so I can do different times and days to suit different time zones and schedules, because we've got people from Australia and the US and Britain, so everything, all the time zones are completely all over the place. So that way people can dip into whichever one they can make, and all the replays will go up onto the course website as well. And there'll be different types of Zoom calls. One will be where we do a creative exercise together. One will just be a hangout where we share our soul journey. Maybe one will be a Q&A session. So it'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. So now let's get to the outline. And this is just a sampling, like I said. There's a lot more included in each section, but I limited it for the sake of this A4 sheet to 4 items per section. But some sections have like 10 items. So we begin with this part here, which is already on the website. So for those who are early birds and want to get a head start, this is already up there. So we have a welcome post and just introducing, why art journaling, why I'm doing this course. And in each of these sections, there's a combination of desk view videos where I get to do show and tell and share my process, as well as face-to-face videos where I sit down with you and I chat about my heart and I chat about what I'm learning. I might read you a poem, I might read you a passage from a book, I might read you a quote, and just talk about how it's impacting my life and how I want to incorporate that into my soul journal. So each of these sections will have a mixture of all those different things: videos, written lessons, face-to-face videos, and journaling prompts within each section as well that you can think about for reflection. Now, you don't have to do all of this. This is just there to fill your soul when you want it. And like I said, some people will just want to do the course. It's enough to fill their soul to watch the videos and read the posts and just do some reflection. Maybe that's all you want to do with this course. For other people, you're here for the creative aspects. You're here for the altering the magazine. Other people might be here for the journey together where we make friends around the world and really go on that deep soul journey. So maybe you only attend the Zoom calls. With my courses, it's very flexible and you can take what you want from it. Some people will want everything, but those are kind of the three main areas I'm thinking that different people might want to join. Some people just want the course material, some people want the creative aspect, and some people want the community aspect. So then, going on here, so sitting with the soul, how to make time and create a creative routine in your week. And that's what I go into there. And I talk about, I always go with sharing my examples, how I do it in each of these sections, and I give ideas for how you can do it in your own life. Then I look at, I've got a flip through of every one of my art journals and talk about my own journey with art journaling and how it helps release the words and why I art journal, why we're doing it in this course. So there's a whole bunch of videos, the flip through of that, going through the value of art journaling. Then we have a section on materials for soul play. Basically, use what you have. You don't have to go buy anything. If you already have, beautiful things that you have hoarded and saved, use those things. We're using trash and treasure. And yes, I will have a list of what I use if you want to use what I use as well. But basically, use what you have. It's a very, very flexible course. Journal in your style. And then we have a look at creative space, how to set up a creative space that is conducive to creative play. And we look at decluttering, we look at organization, and we look at decoration. And I give you a room tour, a before and after, and I show you how I organize, and I organize on camera with you. It's so fun. I've got so many videos already filmed for all of this course. And then we go into this next section, and these will chop and change. I'm not sure if this will go up in this particular order, but yeah, so this one's more about creating time and space and getting our materials sorted. And this one, now we're going to look at some reflection. So we're going to go through that intentional life workbook and pick and choose prompts that are speaking to you right now. So what's your word for the year, quote for the year, color for the year, goals and dreams, scripture for the year, song for the year? How do you want to spend your time this year? How do you want to spend your budget this year? Those kind of things, we're going to look at that. And then in the next section, we are going to start gathering our supplies in different categories. So I always love starting with magazines, cutting out words and images that are speaking to our souls, collecting our personal ephemera, gathering our trash and treasure that we might have scattered all over our space, getting textiles, and obviously there's more categories here, but I only limited it to 4 right here. Then we have a whole section of making supplies, and this is my first time doing this, and there's a whole bunch. There's like 10 or 12 different supplies we're going to make, but here's an example. We're going to make our own washi tape, we're going to make our own tiny words, we're going to make our own tape transfers and swatches and mark making and painted frames, and it's a way to have pieces on hand ready to go, so that when we put these pieces on the page, it's already personalized, it's already unique, and will express our soul. I'm really excited about this section. Then we have this section again. This might come over here so people can get started here. I'll put these up and then people can pick and choose. They might be like, oh, I don't feel like reflecting right now, I just want to get stuck into doing something with my hands. And like I said, one week you might want to do this, the next week you might want to do this. then the next week you want to do this, or maybe you want to spend a month on this section and a month on this section. It's very flexible, very, very flexible, this course. I spent a month just on this section, to be honest, because I love spending time organizing my space, decluttering, and I spent a month on this section too. So other people might be like, just get me straight to here, and you will do this while other people are here. This is why, like, it's not follow along exactly with me. It's here's the material and do what fills up your own soul, and we're going to journey together. Wherever you are in this journey, we're going to journey together in terms of sharing what we're up to. What phase are you doing? What section are you doing? How's that speaking to you? And what about you for this section? And I love that idea. So in this one, preparing the Frankie magazine, we're going to rip and glue our pages to get it down to about 26 page spreads to be representative of 26 weeks in the year. Not that we're necessarily going to have it that regimented, but I just like that as a nice structure to start off with. And then we're going to prepare our pages with some marks and collage and textiles just to get something on the page so it's not intimidating. We're not starting from a blank slate. And then we can then start adding our actual pieces that we've gathered here. We also have soul prompts, and this is where we will have specific prompts that help us to reflect on our soul, connect with our soul, all that kind of thing. So we're going to do a soul check-in. We're going to think of our dream space for our soul and do like a vision board of our dream space for our soul. We're going to do a permission slip for our soul. We're going to do, instead of like a vision board for the year, we're going to do a soul board of how we want our soul to feel this year. And there's a whole bunch of other prompts as well. What does the light within you look like? What makes your soul come alive? All these kinds of things. And then filling the pages. So this is more about, again, so my other courses tend to be, here is me filling the page, you fill your page with me. Follow along, try the same technique I'm doing, try the same style I'm trying. But in this course, yes, you can do that if you want. That is an option. But what I'm trying to teach is how to unlock your own creative intuition so that you can trust your own process, and so that you can get your own wisdom from what you create, so that you can be in conversation with your soul as you sit down and create in your pages. So that will cover things like finding your style, getting out of a creative rut, where to find inspiration, and really just trusting that process to find your own words on the page, to release your own expression, and to then learn from what you have just documented on the page. So yes, I'll show my process filling up my pages, but our pages are going to look totally different because you're going to be learning different things in your life. You're going to be thinking about different things in your life. Different things make your soul come alive. You put that on your journal. I put what's my version of that on my journal pages in my style. You do it in your style, and this is a conversation together where we can create together in our own personal styles with whatever is coming alive to our own souls. Whatever speaks to our souls this year, that's what we put on our pages in our journals. And then finally, like to end the course, the finishing touches, like how to do the cover. I like doing the cover last because it kind of just finishes it, gives it closure, adding embellishments, charms, and the last thing I love doing is gold paint, so it becomes like a treasure chest, and there's some other fun things we'll be doing there. So this is just an example, and like I said, within all these sections there's a mixture of videos, photos, written lessons, face-to-face videos, journaling prompts, things to consider, reflection. So I do suggest having a separate sort of lined notebook, just a store-bought notebook where you can take notes and brainstorm and keep your own ideas and quotes that you gather and anything that you're thinking about and insights that you're learning. And then you just keep a running list of all that stuff. And then anything that's like your own little inspiration notebook. So when you come down to sit at your desk and work in your Frankie magazine, your soul journal, you can refer to your own little inspiration notebook as to what you will include in there, as well as, I'm going to have the prompts, but come up with your own things as well. And with the prompts, you can journal your responses to the prompts in that inspiration notebook as well. So yeah, like here, this is what I mean by this course is so flexible and so organic that I'm going to include a whole section on creating your own inspiration notebook. book. Because that's what I do. I have like a running list of things that are speaking to me, and then I don't necessarily transfer all of it into my art journal, but just the ones that are really speaking to me at the time. And if I'm lacking inspiration, like what do? I want to create, but I don't know what to create about. I can just go to my inspiration notebook and be like, oh yeah, remember that lesson, or remember that book that I read that really spoke to me, or remember that movie where it had that line that really made me think. I'm going to put that in my Frankie magazine journal, into my soul journal. So it's just a really fun course. I am just so excited about it. Putting it together is doing wonders for my own soul. This year it's just all about me doing things that can help my soul to flourish. And this course is one of those ways. And journeying with you is one of those ways too. Going deep with you in soul work. I love connecting with kindred spirits who not only love creativity, but people who love that journey of self-discovery. And when we go on that journey together, it fills my soul. Like when I do my creative workshops and we do soul work together, I'm always like moved to tears, and just I'm like bursting after I finish the workshop. I'm just bursting with joy and with love, and it's just amazing. So I know the workshops are good for my soul, and I know this course is going to be good for my soul too. So if this is speaking to you in any way, if you maybe feel disconnected from your soul, or a bit lost, or if you're in connection with your soul but this just sounds super fun, I want to invite you in this video to come along with that journey. I've been praying for you for weeks and weeks while I've been preparing this course and putting videos up and adding things to the course website. I've been praying for you and just trusting that the right people will be there who feel led to this course, and that whoever's looking for this soul journey, this is for you, and the right people will be there. Whoever's meant to be there will be there, and I just trust that whole process, that God will have you there if you're meant to be there. And even if you're like, oh, I would love to but can't, just trust that whatever is in your journey is meant to be as well. Something else might come up for you throughout this year. So yeah, I am loving this process. Like I said, we officially begin March 3rd, so have this week to think about it, pray about it, and feel free to ask me any questions. If you're like, yes, I'm ready to go, feel free to take advantage of that early bird price, and if you need a bit of time to still budget and just talk about it and save for it, rejig your budget if you need to. Maybe don't have that coffee for $5 every day. So that's what I do sometimes when I really am saving for something. I will stop eating out and make food at home, and I'll stop eating chocolate. That's another thing I will do if I need to save for something. So anyway, I hope that this is speaking to you in some way, even if it's not something that you feel led to do this year. Everyone, I feel like, can benefit from just spending time with your soul, and you don't need to do a course to do that. Everyone can do that, however that looks in your own life. For me, it looks like every morning, the first thing I do when I get up is read my Bible. I read a psalm for the day, and I read a passage from a different book, and then I spend time journaling and just chatting to God, thanking Him, telling Him my worries, and presenting my requests to Him, and just thanking Him for all He's done in my life. And just that half hour is something that is new for me this year, which I'll document in my soul journal, because that's part of my soul journey. And that's what I mean, like I'm doing actual things, taking steps in my life to look after my soul, and that's one of those steps. Reading my Bible, spending time with God, and I start my day every day like that. So no matter how the day went, I can always look forward to the next day. Oh yes, I can reconnect with God this day. Oh yes, I can refresh. I can get a new perspective this day, and it just recharges me. And same thing with this course. I hope that as you read the videos, as you read the lessons, as you watch the videos, even that by itself fills your soul. Even that by itself is something that maybe gives you a new perspective or some new encouragement. Everything I do, I hope, uplifts people and maybe gives people a different way to think about things. So anyway, before this video gets way too long, just check the description box below for all the info. Feel free to email me, and so excited to go on this journey with these lovely 19 ladies. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. A big special thank you to all my patrons who supported me in January. Thank you so much for allowing me to do what I do here on YouTube, making journals and teaching journaling courses and running creative workshops. If you would like to become a patron, you can click the link down below in the description box to my Patreon, and that is where you get access to all my extra videos, including journal making series each month. The Ruby tier gets you access to every printable kit in my Etsy, plus new ones each month, all accessed on my Patreon. Higher tiers get you access to printables and happy mails and journals sent to you in the mail, so feel free to check that out, and I thank you so much for your incredible support.